friends, what up? Welcome back. So we're still moving forward with the new releases. Today I have a new foundation, and I know a lot of people are going to be like super excited about this foundation, especially if you're a fan of the brand, which I am. And the foundation is the new Patrick Ta foundation. It's a new cream foundation. It looks like this on the inside. Foundation on top, and then there's a powder on the bottom, and I kind of played myself with the shade, as you can probably tell just from looking at it. So I wasn't sure which shade to get, and I thought that I was tan 1, but I was like, the undertones were warm neutral, so I was just like, maybe not. And then I looked at tan 2 and I was like, oh, she looks a little bit light. And then I looked at tan 3 and I was like, let me get that. So I wound up getting tan 3, and it is a little bit dark, but it's not a deal breaker. We can make it work. I don't think it's like, so it's gonna look lighter on camera because of the lights, obviously, but in real life it is a little bit too dark. It's probably about a shade too dark, and I did try it on my face, on this side of my face already, and it is in fact a little bit too dark, but we're gonna work it out. We're gonna work it out because that's what we do, right? So this is, you can get it on the Sephora website, and you can get it also on the Patrick Ta website. It is, I think it's $52. Yes, so it is $52. It comes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 sevens are 21 plus 3. Comes in 24 shades. And you get roughly 0.32 ounces of the cream product and 0.14 ounces of the powder product. So let me read you a little blurb of what it's supposed to be. It says what it is: a duo that includes a blendable medium coverage cream foundation paired with a satin finish powder. What else you need to know: this duo includes a buildable, breathable cream formula that melts into and moves with the skin. It also includes an air-spun setting powder that blurs the appearance of pores to create a flawless looking skin-like finish. Boom. So there we have it. Now, I haven't used a cream foundation in a very long time. I, generally speaking, like cream foundations. They they just don't usually like me very much because I have combination oily skin, so they're always like pretty terrible. So what that means for my wear testing is that I will not be using it on my bare skin. I'm only going to be doing a 2-day wear test. I'm going to be using my regular primer, which is my Shiseido primer, and then if it turns out to be a little bit oily, which I'm anticipating, then I will go ahead and use a mattifying primer afterwards. Now, the second day's wear test is not really so much to see how well it lasts, but how well it takes other products on top of it, particularly cream products, because I do plan to use the entirety of the Patrick Ta range that I have in order to see how well the products work. So day 1 is today. I'm already wearing the Shiseido primer, so that's what I'm going to be doing. And also I'm going to be going out, so yeah, I'm going to be wearing a mask for a little while, so we'll see how that works. And then day 2, which is going to be the next time I wear it, I'm going to be using blush, contour, all the good stuff. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using this Tarte brush. I love this brush for like cream products. So let's go ahead. Let me give you a swatch first. So that's what it looks like. Like I said, it's a little bit dark for my face. It looks fine on my hand though. But the undertone is really nice, and I think that's why I chose it, because when I saw the undertone on the model, I liked it. But anyway, let's just go. Yeah. Kind of smells like putty. So now that I'm looking at it on my face, so the undertone was supposed to be golden warm, but the undertone is actually a little bit red. putty. I'm not quite sure what it smells like, but I don't know if I like it. It smells almost like plastic, like hot plastic. Yeah, it smells like hot plastic. Alright, so here's one side of my face with the foundation and the other side without. The undertone is a little bit wrong. It's more red than anything else, than warm. It doesn't look bad though. It doesn't look bad. Not for nothing, it also doesn't really look like anything. So I'm not seeing like a whole lot of coverage happening here. Maybe when I add the powder to it, or let's see if I can build it up a little bit more. Yeah, see, okay. Definitely buildable. Definitely buildable, definitely has a very skin-like finish, so I can see it being very easy to apply too much, but this is what one side of my face looks like and this is what the other side looks like. Alright, so I'm going to finish this side of my face and then I will be right back. Alright guys, so here is my whole face with the foundation. As I said, it's a little bit dark, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with my Huda concealer, just to, yeah, you can see it there from the Huda concealer, because once the Huda concealer blends out, it does become skin tone, and as you can see from this, it's looking mighty light. So I'm just using the Huda concealer to lighten or brighten the center of my face. Okay, so I used the Huda concealer to brighten my under eyes and the center of my face. I use it on my forehead and on my chin, but like you can't really tell. But yeah, so I did play myself with the color. You know, I always wind up doing that. Like if I'm not sure of a color, I'll always go darker, which is, I don't know if that's dumb or not, but like I always go darker if I'm not sure of the color. But this is what it looks like so far. The undertones are not warm, they're red, unfortunately, so that even makes it look even a little bit darker. And it is oxidizing as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the powder now to see what we can do with this. So the powder seems hella light for the shade, but oh, okay, I like this powder. It really is blurring. Alright, so the powder is nice. The powder is very nice. I hope they sell the powder by itself because I would get it. The foundation, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So I'm going to go ahead and do a wear test, but the things that I'm noticing so far, the foundation does emphasize texture. I felt like before I put the powder on, my texture was like highly emphasized on my face. I could definitely see it even from the mirror being over there and me being over here. I could definitely see it. Not a fan of that. The undertone is incorrect, as you can tell from my chest and my face. It's more red on my face. And I do not have red undertones. I have peach undertones. So yeah. Alright. So feels comfortable. I don't like the smell. Like I said, it smells like hot plastic. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know where that smell comes from, but the smell is not cute. I don't like it. Normally, when I use a cream foundation, I would go ahead and use a setting spray, but I'm not going to do that. because, well, because I kind of sort of want to see how it performs on its own. And also, if I use a setting spray that's going to get everything wet and make it go back together, it's going to oxidize even further, and that's not something that I'm looking for right now. Even though I'm going to be wearing a mask, kind of feel like I should wear a setting spray. Don't know. I'll think about it. If I do wind up putting on a setting spray when I come back, I will let you guys know about it. But this is what my face looks like so far. It is now 10:52 in the morning. I seem to be doing videos at 10 o'clock in the morning a lot lately. It is 10:52 in the morning. Once again, this is what my face looks like wearing the new Patrick Ta, what's it called? Patrick Ta Major Skin Cream Foundation and Finishing Powder Duo. I will be back here later on with the results of my wear test and day number 1. I'll see you later. Bye. Hey friends, what up, and welcome back to part 2 of wear testing the new Patrick Ta Major Skin Cream Foundation. So I just wanted to apologize for my low energy in the first part of the video because I was really tired that day. So my bad. And also for not wrapping up the wear test that day. So what happened was I fell asleep, and by the time I woke up, it was just, I was just so tired. That day was a mess. Probably shouldn't have started it that day, but then you can't go back and restart something. So I'm just gonna let it fly, and then we're just gonna do our thing today. So let me tell you a little bit about how it fared on that first day. So did I wear a primer with it? Yeah, I think I had on the Shiseido primer. And almost immediately it started to break down. Like when I first put it on, I couldn't feel it on my skin, but then almost immediately after that, it started to break down on my face and I started to feel it. Then I got into the car to go somewhere, and when the air conditioning in the car, it started to go back to not breaking down. So then I stopped feeling it, and then when I got out of the car again and came home, started feeling it again. So it started to break down relatively quickly on me, and so today, because of that, I have decided to use a mattifying primer with it to try to make it last a little bit longer. So the funny thing about it is, even though it was breaking down and I could feel it on my face, it still looked good. It still looked really good. So there's that, I suppose. So today I'm using the Gucci primer, which is a mattifying primer, or rather I'm using the Gucci mattifying primer, which is I've already put it on. I've already put on my under eye concealer as well. Yo, my bad, y'all. Like, my hair needs to be washed again. I've put on my under eye concealer, which is the Huda concealer. Kind of OD'd on it too. So yeah, I forgot that I was using the Huda concealer, which is full coverage. And then today is going to be the day that I pile products on top of it. I'm only going to be using Patrick Ta products though, because you know, systems, makeup brands, how they work. So I'm only going to be using Patrick Ta products today to pile products on top of it. I've already started with the eyeshadow, which is not really piling products on top. I just wanted to use the eyeshadow palette. But yeah, let's just get into it. Once again, the shade that I got is Tan 3, which even though you won't be able to see it very well on camera, is a bit dark for me. But yeah, let's just go in. And once again, another note about this, the undertone in this is described as a warm undertone. It's actually more red than warm. So here's the thing that I'm finding about this foundation. It doesn't really cover, if that makes sense. It perfects, but it doesn't cover. So like I have to use a lot of it for it to cover imperfections, but it does perfect your skin. It looks like skin and it looks perfecting, so it kind of draws the eye away from, you know, like blemishes and stuff like that, but it doesn't, there isn't a whole lot of coverage here. There's not a whole lot of coverage unless you really build it up. like so. Also, remember that smell that I talked about, how it smelled like warm plastic or hot plastic? It never ever goes away, and I hate that. Alright, so here's one side of my face with the foundation and the other side without the foundation. I don't know if you could tell the undertone's a little bit off, just a little bit. No, not just a little bit, it's off. But yeah, this is what my face looks like with the foundation and then without. I'm going to finish the rest of my face and then I'm going to start piling products on top of it. I won't be talking for that portion of it. So yeah. Alright guys, so this is what my face is looking like after using the Major Skin foundation from Patrick Ta and piling on a bunch of other Patrick Ta products. I had meant to use mostly the cream products because I really want to see how they held up, but that cream contour, I don't think it worked out really well for me the first time. I don't remember, I think it was a little bit muddy, so that's why I decided to go in with the powder instead. And I did wind up using both of the blushes, cream and powder, because otherwise the powder wasn't going to show up on me because it's a peach. But anyway, this is what my face looks like. It's like 12 o'clock. It's 11:48 in the afternoon, and I will be back here later on with the results of my wear test. Full disclosure though, I do believe that I am going to be returning this foundation. Number one, I don't like the plastic smell. Number two, it starts to break down on me almost immediately. Like, I don't know if you could have seen it in the video, it had already started to break down a little bit already, and it's not even hot in here. So full disclosure, I am going to be returning this foundation. And also, I'm a little bit meh on the foundation. I think if I had gotten tan 2 instead of 3, which was a I think it would have been a better match. I think I might be a little bit more enthusiastic about it. But the major problem, I like the powder. Oh my goodness, I really like the powder. The powder has blurring properties, but the major issue for me, so not so much the color or anything, because the color can be worked with, and with the addition of the powder, it actually looks decent, or actually looks really good. My issue is I can feel it on my skin, and I don't like that. So alright guys, once again, 11:48 a.m. in the morning. This is what my face looks like. And now we're back here later on with the results of my wear test. Alright friends, I am back and it is now 6 minutes past 6 in the evening, and this is what my face looks like. As you can see, my oils have broken through quite a bit and I'm shiny. But I kind of started off shiny, so the powder only lasted like a little while, and then it went back to looking, you know, very shiny. So one of the things that I really don't like about this foundation is the fact that it looks greasy on me. It just looks very greasy, which I guess it kind of is because it's a cream product. And like I said at the start of the video, I like cream products, but they generally speaking don't like me, and this one is like no different. Like, I have felt it on my face the entire day and I'm just over it and I'm ready for it to go. The foundation itself is a good foundation in terms of how it perfects the skin. Like you can build it up, but you just feel it more on the skin the more you build it up. So like I said, I will be returning this foundation because I don't really care for being able to feel it on my skin the whole day. It was really uncomfortable and very, well, not uncomfortable, but it was very distracting. Like my face feels gross right now, pretty much is what it comes down to. So I kind of sort of really want to get rid of it. Or otherwise, you guys know I would have probably kept it on a little bit longer, but no, I'm ready to take this off and just have a free face. But this is not a terrible foundation. I need to reiterate that is actually a really good foundation. I just don't like the way it feels on my skin. So I'm going to be returning it. But other than that, the coverage is really nice. It's beautiful. It is absolutely stunning looking. And especially with the addition of the powder, it just takes it up a notch. So it's a really, really good foundation, just not for me. Oh, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but it did oxidize just a little bit, just a little bit. It oxidized. And I do have some pictures of it right after, probably about an hour after I put it on. I'll throw them up here, and as you can see, I'm already pretty shiny there. So it's just a matter of, and even the mattifying primer didn't really help either. So, you know, it is what it is. You can't win them all. Like I said before, you cannot win them all, and definitely not winning this one. But I hope you like this review. Thank you so much for joining me for my review on the Patrick Ta Major Skin Cream Foundation. This foundation is not for me, but it is a beautiful foundation. So if you have, I think people with dry skin would really like this, but if you have combination oily skin, or if you are very sensitive to being able to feel stuff on your skin, like foundations and stuff, it's not for you. But thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. If you've tried this, tell me what you think of it. And as usual, it's been real, it's been fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.